Alright, good evening everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Tonight we're going to be starting Haunting Ground. Here we go. We're playing it on an original PlayStation 2 from the original disc with an original controller. I don't know. I'm a purist when it comes to that. Not a big fan of emulation. I do it when I have to, but I am blessed enough to have found a decent deal on this game. It is a really one of the more expensive PlayStation 2 games. One of the, probably top 10, if I'd have to guess. One of the more expensive horror games. I think the only ones that are Kuon, last I checked, was like $800. Rule of Rose, probably 500, something like that. And this one is, I think, last I checked on eBay, around $300 is going to get you a decent copy. This is not a decent copy. This one is pretty thrashed. But happy to have it in my collection. Although I've known about this game for a long time, I actually don't know anything about it. I know there's a dog. I know it's that horror game with the dog, but I'll try and be quiet for the intro here. Chopped up body parts and something red psycho. Take a moment here to let you know that this is a mature rated game, and it says for only blood, violence, and suggestive themes. I feel like that gore in the intro here should have gotten it something else on these, but I don't work at the ESRB. I'd like to wake up. Impressive FMV that they're starting us out with here. It is 2005, so it's not a super new game, well, new for the system, and it is a Capcom game, so it's a big publisher. A dog collar.
Huey.
Huey. It's a fun name. Okay. A little gratuitous there. A lot of their budget making sure that silk sheet drapes in just the right way. Bunch of perverts over at Capcom, apparently back in 2005. But if that's what sells, I don't think that's what most people go into horror games looking for, but Maybe that's why this one didn't get a greatest hits like the Silent Hill games did. Alright, here we go. Let's see if we can get the controls figured out. So we've got the typical kind of tank controls, which I really don't mind. It's one of those things that when you I feel like this has to be something I can pick up. I do have an owner's manual here, so let me check the controls. Which is something I've realized that on older games, anything, I don't know, 6th gen and older probably, having the manual is kind of nice because controls are not, they're not as, I don't know, shoot, what's the word? They're all the same now. If you've played one platformer or anything with a, like, shooter controls are a good example. Controls in every shooter nowadays are going to be pretty much the exact same. But if you throw in something like one of the old Medal of Honors, you're gonna have a hard time. The latest thing that I had a really hard time with was a game, PlayStation 2 game called Fur Fighters. Okay, let's see. O button is check. The manual says Fur Fighters, which was. Okay, so I guess this is nothing. Fur Fighters, which just had. You moved with the right stick and you aimed with the left stick, and it was just so confusing. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it is O to interact with circle. I guess it would be circle, probably not O. A large tree is sprawled out here. So X is run. Let's explore this courtyard a little bit. If there's anything spooky or interesting. Okay, so here's another empty cages. Maybe this is some kind of kennel for keeping animals. Okay. Okay, but how is this red? So this is the second little red urn that we've run across. So you can't interact with. But look at it. It's made to look very different than the rest of the environment. Okay, I see something sparkling in there. Oh, I'll get the controls down. I have not played this. I popped it in when I first got it. We got chamomile. Popped it in when I first got it just to test it and make sure it worked, but have not actually picked it up since. We can lock ourselves in there. That's fun. Okay, I don't know. Let's see. Inventory. Chamomile. Type of herb. Okay, so that restores stamina. You know, this is one thing that I do really love about playing PS2's retro now. So playing retro games is the lack of tutorials. Well, you know, like the okay, well I can't say that because there was the Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks on PlayStation 2 was like the first hour of that game was nothing but okay, let's see, this door is being blocked by a wooden block. There's gotta be something that I can do. Push it from the other side. Oh, okay. Here we go. This is gonna be, I think, the fun mechanic. So we've got the hole over here. You send the dog through. You whistle or however you control that. Moves the box, and then you can. So that's kind of fun. Oh, so yeah, there were some PlayStation 2 games that were plagued with the you have to play for an hour before you actually get to experience the game. But for the most part, stuff older, 5th, 6th gen, and definitely older than that, there was no Like you read the manual when it came to what NES stuff, Super Nintendo stuff. You were almost expected to be able to have Nintendo Power to read about these games, learn how they play before you actually played them yourself. Which I guess YouTube would be. Is this a door over here? Let's see. I kind of wonder what kind of room is on the other side. I can see light flicker from candles inside, but it's too dark to see anything else. So YouTube might be the. I guess we haven't explored that here. YouTube might be the Nintendo Power of 2021. Okay, so there's 3 more of these urns here. Still can't interact with any of them. Okay. Same room, can't see anything. Alright, time to head upstairs. But even though we have YouTube, and most people are going to look up some sort of gameplay, I'd assume, unless it was a brand new game and they're trying to go in blind, some gameplay to see how it played. But every time you put in a new game, well, first you wait 4 hours for it to download those day 1 patches. Alright, we got another. Oh, I thought we were going into a cutscene. No. Download those day 1 patches, and then you finally get into game, and your first half hour of playing through single player mode, it's teaching you how to jump, it's teaching you how to move. And that's just, I got 2 kids. I don't have, I can't walk around all day holding these sheets around me. Call me old fashioned, but before a normal set of clothes for okay, that's good. She's got some sense. She doesn't want to walk around in this silk sheet that she found herself in while she was in a murder, torture dungeon dog cage. Okay, we get it. I'm trying to explore, lady. It's the Silent Hill in me. I'm just, you walk around the room and you just mash, circle in this case, on everything to make sure that you're not missing something that you can pick up. But let's go get our clothes up here and get the little cutscene, I think, for putting them on. Not a terribly attractive fellow on the wall, but he's got an 8-foot painting, and I can't say that I've got one over me.
I've gathered some clothes for you.
I think scared's the proper reaction here.
Don't go.
Yes, why did you have me locked into your torture dungeon, lady? Why am I naked?
Excuse me, but where are we? And how did I get here?
How do I get out of here would be my question.
Yes, Master. We will keep her here for a while. I will make sure she stays comfortable.
I should be setting off some alarm bells. So we had purple-haired Victorian vampire-looking lady magically appear behind us, and then tell creepy picture guy that we're gonna be keeping you for a while, and he'll try to make you comfortable. Okay. Oh. Maid? I don't see it. Yeah, let's let's change clothes. I wonder if there's a way to. That'd be neat if there's a way to make it through the whole game with the bed sheet, but you can only use one-handed things because you're holding the sheet up the whole time. Okay, so creepy photo, cut out eyes. Watching us change. This is making me terribly uncomfortable. But I guess that's the point. Alright. Now we have our own skimpy anime costume. Which is what she's wearing on the back. I'm guessing this is it for...
I remember being in the car with...
Yeah, you had the flashback. Creepy picture guy pulled you out. That worked, but what should I do? If I could only find a map. Okay, so we do get a bit of a tutorial here. So square is kick, triangle is throw, L1 crouch, R1 backstep. Sometimes you can push. After running, press square to tackle. It's combat. We can reference it later. This combat is already too complicated for me. I love the Silent Hill combat. You just press one button, lock on, then mash the next one. Until you get to later games in the series where they thought. Whose portrait this is? I'd be looking for just the exit. I don't know if I'd want to, go sightseeing. But she does seem like she's pretty, Okay, so we can save from the clock. That's neat. I do like having unlimited saves. Even though, so playing through, I think the last Resident Evil I played was Code Veronica X, or Codex Veronica. And you have to have tape, or typewriter, I think it's typewriter ribbon to save. I never felt like I didn't have enough to save. Oh no, it was at a Blue Stinger on Dreamcast, I think was it? Anyways, with the limited save items, I don't know, it's an annoying thing that adds just a little tiny bit of pressure, I guess, but you always have enough. Looks like a purse. Okay, so some puzzle. I have to weigh things on the scale. I don't have my guide out yet, but I am. Why do you hope the TV works? Let's turn that off. We don't need creepy static in the background. Okay, so we got a bird cage that we could probably put something in. Antique doll. Wonder who this is. It's a neat castle. But I think she's forgetting about the, see, that's where we came from. Let's head out. She's forgetting about the torture dungeon and the sheet that she woke up in. Nerves of steel, this lady. Should we close doors? Leave them open. Okay, do we stay upstairs? Good answer. Let's stay upstairs. Okay. Okay, let's try the first door. First door on the right, and it's locked. Locked from the other side. Ooh. This one's open, but I think that's blood on the ground up there. It'll still be there when we get back. Okay, I do want to close this door. And the creepy hallway door open is... it's not for me. Okay. Someone's been doing research. I like the humor so far. Okay, what do we have in here? Locked desk. Anything else? I feel like this is like the Silent Hill 3 bread. More bread. Something scribbled on the board. Luminescence. Luminescence are tiny creatures that respond to the ethereal energies given off by Azoth. They can be used to help track down nearby Azoth. However, several precautions must be taken while handling them. 1. When luminescents come into direct contact with an Azoth infused item or being, they send forth a small charge which shocks the carrier. The higher concentration of Azoth in said carrier, the greater and more powerful the shock. So if you have it and you use it, you get shocked. Luminescence lifespan is dramatically decreased whenever they come into direct contact with the open air. This time differs from specimen to specimen, but it is never much longer than a few minutes. Okay. What's this? Guess that's a healing. That's a book stand. It looks quite old, probably antique. This painting. About it in here. Do the creepy blood chair. Oh, come on. Press the button. I'll get used to it. Okay. Cutscene. Who wants that little doll when this little meat doll is sitting there? Alright. Okay. Oh, are you kidding me? Alright, big boy, let's see if you can make it up those stairs. Okay, probably shouldn't have kicked it. I don't know what's going on now. All right. Actus. You are dead. That's what I'm going to assume that stands for there. All right, so fun so far. I think this is where we're going to call it for tonight. We'll be back, and we will, I promise you, we will get around this inbred psycho and get this story moving on. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I had fun. I hope you did too, and I'll see you next time.